YouTube, we need to talk about the absolute snooze fest that is John Wick Chapter 4. I was hesitant on making reviews on the first 3 movies in the John Wick series, and I haven't done them because nobody really had watched those films anyways. But apparently, with this new John Wick movie, we need to have a serious discussion about this and the level of violence that we're allowing our children to watch today in today's world. It frankly is just completely unacceptable. We really want this sort of violence to be in Hollywood. I think that what we need to do really, there's a couple things I'll say about this movie, but I'll continue talking about the violence first because I think it's one of the more important aspects that needs to be discussed regarding John Wick Chapter 4, among many other things, which I'll get to very, very soon. But the violence in this movie is very violent, and we shouldn't be allowing that. Anyways, also about the movie, it's incredibly long, and long movies, especially long movies like this, don't need to be such long movies. There should be some rules that I'm going to explain that I think will probably help Hollywood, because Hollywood is really struggling right now. So I think my advice and my ideas will probably make a lot of sense, and people in Hollywood, if they're watching this video, which hopefully you are, Hollywood executives who made movies like John Wick Chapter 4, hopefully you're watching this video and learning something, because like all of my other reviews, I do a lot of research. I spend a lot of time thinking about what I'm going to say. I certainly don't just start recording and not have a plan as to what I'm going to say and just kind of make it up as I go. I don't do that. I don't do that, and I always do. Like I said, I always do a lot of research so that my videos don't turn out to be me rambling and then lose track of, I don't lose track of my thoughts at all. I continue on the correct topic, which is what I've been doing in this video as well. Sorry, I have a bit of a cough, so I just took a Fisherman's Friend, and it's a cherry flavored one. So here's my final advice for Hollywood, because I don't want this video to go on too long unnecessarily like John Wick Chapter 4 did. But what they need to do ultimately is end the R rating. We should not be making R-rated films anymore, and I think it just needs to stop. I think if they do that, you'll open up your audience to more audience, and you can make more money that way. I think a great example of this is the Marvel films that are all PG-13, and now we can look forward to seeing the next Daredevil and Punisher, PG-13 light, which they should be. We don't really want to see Punisher be that violent. Hopefully he uses laser guns like in the cartoon in the 90s. But I'm not talking about the Punisher, and I don't mean to get off topic here. That was probably the first time I've got off topic in this particular video. I'm still talking about John Wick Chapter 4 and what else Hollywood needs to do. So that's the first thing, is to get rid of the R rating. The second thing is, we don't need 3-hour movies. There needs to be a limit. And I've gone back and forth on this quite a bit. I originally thought maybe 90 minutes, but I think I'll be more lenient and say 100 minutes, includes sorry, I got text. Okay. The 100 minutes would include the credits. So credits are usually, you can make the credits scroll faster, so that way you can make your movie 95 minutes plus 5 minutes credits. And I think that would make a lot of sense. So those are my 2 pieces of advice for Hollywood, and hopefully they implement these rules in the near future so that we don't have to sit through a 3-hour, almost 3-hour, incredibly violent movie like John Wick Chapter 4. So let me know if you agree with me in the comment section below. And if you disagree with me, I'd be curious to hear why, because I can't think of any really strong arguments against my case. I think it makes sense on every level. And yeah, if you continued watching this video up to this point, thank you. I do appreciate that, and I hope you learned something. And I hope you also realize that every video I do is incredibly serious.